Hi, in this video, I will be reviewing the movie Beyond Wealth, which you can watch here on YouTube on Uchenna TV. This is a very interesting movie. It tells the story about this newly wedded couple, Daniel and his wife Elsie. So the wife is pretty much the only daughter from a wealthy background. So she has had this life of comfort, luxury, and wealth all her life, but her husband is unemployed and has been job hunting, but no job yet in sight. So his wife makes his life unbearable, makes the home uncomfortable, makes the whole marriage very toxic for him just because he doesn't have money, he doesn't have a job. She's always using that to insult him and to degrade him. And mind you, before they got married, he did not have a job. So she was aware that, he was still job hunting, but she still just used that to attack him and, to make him feel less than a man. So that is pretty much the story of this movie about this couple who are barely a year into their marriage and the marriage is on the rocks. The wife calls, her mother saying all sorts of lies about the husband. The husband gets locked up, beaten, and everything like that. So it's just how this spoiled rich girl has been conditioned to think that, if a man doesn't have money, he doesn't care for you, he doesn't, provide for you, he doesn't love you, and everything. So she should not let a man take advantage of her because she's wealthy, and she was made to believe that, people would want to be with her or, want to take advantage of her because she's the daughter of a rich man. So that was how she grew. That was the mindset she had in regards to relationships. And, she had to unlearn certain things in regards to keeping her home together. So that is pretty much the gist of the movie. So for the actors in this movie, we have the husband Daniel, who was played by Clinton Joshua. It was quite interesting seeing him take up this character in this movie because we're used to seeing him playing the, lover boy, sweet, responsible guy in movie, which he does very well. But in this movie, we get to see him on the receiving end of a very toxic relationship. And you could see like this guy genuinely loved his wife and he was trying his best to get jobs, but with the situation of the country, Nigeria wasn't helping him. And I'm sure he's like one of the smartest people, when they graduated, but he just wasn't getting jobs, which was just annoying because he was even the one that helped his friend, secure a very good job. So it was like things were just not aligning for him. But through it all, he was still like, being there, like against all the wife was putting him through, he was still there. Till he had like enough of her drama and her nonsense, and he just wanted to call it quits. But he did really good in this movie. And the wife Elsie was played by Miwa Olorunfemi. I think it's my first time seeing her act such a mean, evil, annoying babe in a movie because I'm like, she was doing too much. Her own was just too much. Imagine, locking up the pantry so the husband doesn't cook food and she doesn't want to cook for him, always insulting him, making comments about like all he knows how to do is sit down at home and eat and drink as a jobless man. Like she was very, like her character was very, very, very mean, but she really delivered in that role. And it was also interesting to see what made her think or feel that way in regards to her husband because of course that came from somewhere. So watching the movie you get to understand why she was the way she was, although it's not enough excuse, but she also got to realize that what she was doing was wrong and she tried to make amends. Then other faces in the movie would of course be her parents. So her dad was more level-headed, more chill, more like understanding, but her mom was pretty much like her, and she didn't see anything good in Daniel because he did not have money. So she was, of course, the one, cheering her daughter on to treat him the way she was treating him. Then we also get to see Daniel's friend. I've forgotten his name in the movie, but the guy did so well. He was like a really, really good friend because when things were going haywire in the house, and the wife was trying to make amends, and I was expecting him to tell Daniel to, divorce her and just run away and just stuff like that. But he wanted them to work and sort things out, which was very good. Then of course, Elsie's friend, I've forgotten her name as well. I enjoyed their friendship because she was also able to call her out when she was in the wrong, and was also trying to teach her how to do better and be better for her home. Yes. Also the character Nancy, who was their longtime friend that also had a thing for Daniel, but Daniel never really saw her. But I think she was somebody that was placed in Daniel's life in that moment to help him, get a job. And she was just a good friend generally, although she wanted more, but things could not progress the way she wanted. So yeah, so have you seen the movie Beyond Wealth? If you haven't, go check it out here on YouTube on Uchenna TV. It is a very, very, very interesting movie about how you shouldn't let money or material possessions make you be proud and treat people less down. Because you could even see with the way Elsie treated her domestic staff, like she just felt like she was God because she had money, so she could treat people anyhow, she could talk to people anyhow, which should not be the case. No matter your social standing, no matter whether you are rich or poor, you just have to be a good person and just treat people well. Essentially, just treat people how you want to be treated. Because when she got a taste of her own medicine, she couldn't deal with it. She couldn't live with how her husband was treating her. And even imagine the part where she said, "He's fine boy, empty pocket. I'll be fine boy, no money." Like she did a lot too. Like she really did a lot in this movie, but it was also interesting to see because we hear a lot of scenarios about the woman being the breadwinner of the home and how that affects the dynamic of the relationship. But it's also at times it's not all cases that the guy would want to be with you for your money and just take advantage of you and everything. One thing I liked about the movie was that despite everything that was going on in their marriage, and although Daniel had this friend that was practically throwing herself at him, he didn't use that as an opportunity to, cheat or step out of his wife, which was just good. Like, despite everything that was going on, he still had his head on right. He didn't use that as an avenue to, mess around or to seek comfort in the arms of another, which was just nice to see. So, watching the movie, you just get to learn how you should treat people, regardless of how wealthy you are or not, and just how to be a good person generally and don't take advantage of people's kindness and take their quietness for stupidity. Don't mistreat people and just be nice. Because just imagine, okay, because she wanted to go out and the husband went out in the car she wanted to go out with, she was just raining all sorts of insults on him, which should not be. It was very, very brutal, very harsh, very cold, and it was very different seeing her, Miwa, play this character in this movie, and also interesting seeing the dynamic of her and Clinton Joshua also in this movie. Yeah, so if you're curious about the movie, go check it out. If you're wondering whether you should check it out or not, you definitely enjoy watching it. So run to Uchenna mbunabo TV to go check out this movie. It has a very interesting storyline, passes a very interesting message. Of course, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, do subscribe. Check out my other videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.